Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WGC Fits. Today we are going to be talking about the new Diamana WB or whiteboard profile. Old classic coming back here, and this is one that I know Ian's been curious about hitting, so we'll give it a crack.
Very curious.
If you guys are liking what you're seeing, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, but thank you if you have. And if you have any comments, please let us know down below. So,
Tell
WB.
me about this thing.
Old school Diamana whiteboard profile here, man. I mean, basically, you know, feels boardy and firm in your hand and in the midsection. It's going to get slightly softer comparatively in the tip section. You know, just
compare this to what I'm playing.
Polar opposite.
Other than the counterbalance part.
Well, it's the polar opposite, literally.
So it's softer up here, firmer down here.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yours is just firm across the board. Yours is just stiff, right? It's definitely got a very firm tip section, but then because of the counterbalance, it actually has a very firm handle section as well, right? So it's basically just firm through and through, where this one, it's gonna feel...
It's gonna feel what?
This one's gonna feel, honestly, a little bit more lively in your hands, let's say, right? It's gonna be smoother, right? It's not gonna feel as boardy, because we know that's the thing you don't like the feeling of. But, again, a little bit different in terms of profile for
Just
you.
doing this, it feels heavy.
It's gonna feel heavy.
But it's only 63 grams.
So what you're feeling is swing weight. And you're feeling swing weight because the tip isn't as firm, right? Because the tip's not as firm, you're actually feeling the club head.
Like all the weight right here.
Well, you're feeling the club head actually essentially move the tip of the shaft, right?
Well,
and when you go stiffer in the tip section, then it offsets what you're actually feeling out of that club head movement, right? So the actual weight's not very heavy, except the swing weight's gonna be quite heavy because the tip section isn't gonna be there to absorb most of the weight that the head's actually imparting on the shaft at things like setup.
Well, you got it in a triple diamond, because we just have it in Callaway.
Mm-hmm. This was actually the first shaft that I really, really started to like.
Well, same, because I had a hybrid shaft of the whiteboard in a 105.
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, this was it. This was the shaft, man. Yeah. Right now, obviously, a lot more tech is kind of out there and stuff from all these companies, right? I mean, everybody's doing really good stuff right now. It's still a really good profile, tried and true. And it's actually curious because I bet you this is up there. The whiteboard / blue board series is probably up there with the Ventus series. Is probably some of the most played and won with on tour shafts. I'm willing to bet those two are probably like 1 and 2, or at least close to.
I mean, Xander won with the Diamana series twice this year in May. So.
They're good shafts, man. Yeah. They're very good. So give it a crack. Let's see.
All right, pack it up. We're done. I'll take one.
Take one. So again, I know you're gonna like the feel of this.
It is this though.
Yeah. Soft.
Interesting. That's a good spin rate.
It's very good, right? And again, it's because it's going to allow you to present a loft at impact that's pretty decent.
More than mine?
In theory, less than yours because it's going to be more loaded at the bottom. But again, that's also very specific to your swing, right?
But I would take that as a miss all day.
Not necessarily everybody's swing, but your swing.
Yeah, it's bad. I kind of like this thing.
Again, I already said, I know you're going to like the feel of this, but when misses are spinning at 1500, I'm not happy with that.
I can feel it whip a little. That one was towed, so that happens. And let's hit one on the center.
But again, this is kind of what we're going back to, right? Profile-wise, when your strike's going to get a little squirrely with the way you deliver it, you're going to get really low spin numbers. They're just going to knuckle.
And go right and left.
So even though the feel is okay, it's essentially putting you in a window where precision has to be there.
And I am not that way sometimes. Okay, you win.
That's awesome.
Oh, I hit the bar again.
That's
that might have bounced in play.
I was like, I don't think that's the bar. I think you put it in that top guy's window.
Can you delete that one?
That one's sitting in a bowl of soup.
I like soup.
I like soup. Soup is good.
It's funny because actually swinging it, it feels light now.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
And again, you got to understand it's weight profile, weight distribution of the shaft, but then also understanding from a dynamic perspective how a player loads a shaft, right? All that kind of stuff. It's all important when trying to determine profile for a player, right?
Well, when you hit the center, it's insane.
Well, when you make it work, it's going to work great, right? But it's a timing game.
It is a timing game,
you know?
And that's something I'm not good at.
We don't like timing games.
I mean, when I hit it good, it does what I want, 25 yards right at the max.
It's about 600 spin too low.
Overall, it's definitely something I like the feeling of it.
I know you like the feeling of it. That's easy enough to see. What's actually interesting is I'd be curious to see what this did in a heavier profile in a fairway wood for you versus
like an 83.
Yeah, versus a driver shaft. Just don't think it's a profile that's a driver for you.
Probably not.
But I could say the same about me, right? For me, I no longer think that it's a good driver profile. I think it's a better fairway wood profile.
But when you hit it good, it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Trent, lost your balls. I'm actually curious to try this, maybe the 73 version, if that would help. Because 60 is a little too light for me.
I think it's just going to kill more spin.
Oh, I see.
Because heavier typically lower spin.
Got it. So we just need a 43.
Clearly. That's
and
the
tip
play.
it 9 inches.
Yep. It's a classic AJ special right there.
Yeah. Okay, we can be done.
It's a good profile.
It's a great profile.
Right? It's an interesting profile. I don't think it's a Captain Ballspeed profile.
If I could hit the center of the face more often, it would be.
I bet you your strike isn't as varied as you think with this.
Table on the left. Oh, pardon. Yeah, it's not bad.
Not as varied as you think.
It's
right? It's the fact that your face is going to constantly be a little bit open and closed from where you think.
Face angles plus or minus 2.
That's the problem, and it's because the tip section's a little bit soft.
It's a little squirrely.
So it just goes to show, right? With the way you deliver a club, this one's not a U1. But that doesn't mean it's not a great profile. Like I said, in terms of tried and true, I don't know how many things are out there that would qualify more in the tried and true category than this.
Yeah.
It's as good as it gets, very good profile. Something that I do expect to see a lot of the companies this year coming out with, or I should say with this upcoming year, can't say for certain, but considering it's a Diamond launch and everybody always really thrives on Diamond launches, I expect a lot of companies to put something like this or close to in something that's available for the next year's driver launches.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how it plays out, but good profile. If you guys are interested, we got a couple of them here to come and try. Again, hopefully trying to, anytime we get some sort of exotic shaft, hopefully trying to get more as well for more options, but thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.